The one habit that will change your life overnight is not waking up rich, not meeting the right person, not getting a miracle opportunity, and not suddenly becoming confident. It is something far more simple and far more difficult. And that habit is learning to discipline yourself every single day. Because the moment you control your daily actions, you begin to control your future. And most people do not fail because they lack talent. They fail because they live without structure. They wake up and let the world decide how they will feel, what they will do, and who they will become. But the day you decide that you will no longer live by accident and you will live by design, your life begins to change. Because discipline is the bridge between desire and achievement. And without that bridge, every dream stays on the other side. And this is why one habit can change everything. Because habits shape behavior, behavior shapes character, and character shapes destiny. And the habit that transforms your life is waking up each day with intention instead of excuses. Because excuses are cheap, but results are expensive. And every day you must choose which price you will pay, the price of effort or the price of regret. Because regret lasts longer, hurts deeper, and teaches nothing. While effort hurts for a moment but builds a future. And most people want a better life without becoming a better person. But life does not work that way, because life does not respond to wishes, it responds to actions. And actions are born from habits, and habits are built through discipline. And discipline begins the moment you stop asking how you feel and start asking what must be done. And this is the shift that changes everything. Because when your actions become stronger than your emotions, your circumstances lose their power over you. And you stop being a victim of mood and you become the master of direction. And direction is more important than speed. Because running fast in the wrong direction only gets you tired, but walking slowly in the right direction changes your destination. And the habit of discipline teaches you to walk daily toward the life you want, instead of waiting for luck to carry you there. And the strange truth about discipline is that it feels like punishment at first, but in reality it is freedom. Because when you control yourself, nothing else can control you. Not fear, not laziness, not pressure, and not other people's opinions. And this is why the habit of discipline changes your identity. Because you no longer see yourself as someone who reacts to life. You see yourself as someone who creates life. And creation requires responsibility, and responsibility is the foundation of maturity. And maturity is the foundation of success. And the moment you accept full responsibility for your days, you gain full power over your years. And this is where most people lose, because they blame their past, their parents, their government, their boss, or their bad luck. But blaming does not move you forward. It only makes you comfortable where you are. And comfort is dangerous, because comfort slowly kills ambition. And ambition is the engine of progress. And when ambition dies, growth stops. And when growth stops, decay begins. And this is why you must build the habit of doing what is hard today so that tomorrow can be easier. Because if you always choose what is easy, your future will be hard. But if you choose what is hard now, your future will be easy. And this is not philosophy. This is a law of life. And laws do not care about excuses. They only respond to obedience. And discipline is obedience to your future self. And every time you do what must be done instead of what feels good, you are respecting the person you are becoming. And self-respect is more powerful than motivation, because motivation comes and goes, but self-respect stays. And when you respect yourself, you do not lie to yourself, you do not cheat yourself, and you do not sabotage yourself. And this is where the real transformation happens, because your life does not change when your goals change. It changes when your habits change, and habits change when your standards change. And standards change when your identity changes. And identity changes when you decide that you will no longer live like everyone else. You will live with intention, with structure, and with effort. And this decision does not require permission, it does not require perfect conditions, and it does not require approval. It only requires courage, because it is easy to stay the same, but it is hard to change, and hard is where growth lives, and growth is where success is born. And this habit begins with your mornings, because how you start the day shapes how you live the day, and how you live the day shapes how you build the year. And most people start their day with their phone, with noise, with stress, and with comparison. And then they wonder why they feel weak, distracted, and lost. But the disciplined person starts their day with purpose, with reflection, and with action. And even if they do not feel strong, they act strong, and acting strong builds strength, and strength builds confidence, and confidence builds courage, and courage builds opportunity, and opportunity rewards preparation. And preparation is simply discipline repeated daily. And this is why this one habit is dangerous to mediocrity, because it exposes excuses, weakens fear, strengthens focus, and builds momentum. And momentum is the force that carries ordinary people into extraordinary lives. And the reason this habit can change your life overnight is because the moment you decide to live with discipline, your posture changes, your tone changes, your decisions change, and your energy changes. And people around you will notice before you do, because discipline creates presence, and presence creates influence, and influence creates opportunity, and opportunity changes outcomes, and outcomes shape reputation, and reputation opens doors, and doors reward preparation. And preparation again comes back to discipline. And this is the cycle of success. And it all begins with one habit, the habit of doing what must be done whether you feel like it or not. And this habit shows up in small actions, like reading instead of scrolling, planning instead of guessing, exercising instead of complaining, and learning instead of blaming. And none of these actions look heroic, but together they build a heroic life. And this is why most people miss success, because it is hidden inside boring routines, and people want exciting miracles instead of boring discipline. But miracles are rare, and discipline is available every day. And the people who win are not the ones who wait for inspiration. They are the ones who move without it. And movement creates motivation, not the other way around. And this is the great misunderstanding of modern life. People wait to feel ready before they act, but readiness is built by action, not waiting. And if you wait for confidence, you will wait forever. But if you act without confidence, confidence will grow. And this is the secret of progress. And this is why the one habit of discipline can change your life overnight. Because it changes your relationship with yourself. You stop negotiating with laziness. You stop arguing with fear. And you stop explaining your dreams to people who do not understand them. And instead you build quietly, you work privately, and you grow steadily. And one day people will ask how you changed so fast, and you will know the truth. You did not change overnight. You changed the moment you decided to live differently every day. And that decision rewrote your future before the results appeared. And this is the power of habit, because habits work in silence, but their results speak loudly. And when your results begin to show, people will call it luck, but you will call it discipline. And this is the greatest advantage of all, because discipline does not depend on talent, it does not depend on money, and it does not depend on circumstances. It only depends on choice, and choice is available to everyone, every day, in every situation. And the question is not whether this habit can change your life. The question is whether you are willing to practice it, because knowledge does not change people, action does, and listening does not change people. Discipline does, and wishing does not change people. Habits do. And the habit of discipline will slowly remove fear from your mind, excuses from your language, and weakness from your behavior. And it will replace them with structure, confidence, and direction. And when you have direction, you no longer feel lost. And when you no longer feel lost, you stop chasing noise and start building meaning. And meaning is what makes success worth having, because success without meaning feels empty. But success built through discipline feels earned. And what you earn, you respect. And what you respect, you protect. And what you protect, you grow. And growth is the ultimate reward. And this is why the one habit that can change your life overnight is not a secret technique or a motivational trick. It is the simple decision to do what must be done every day, regardless of mood, fear, or comfort. Because when your actions become stronger than your emotions, your life becomes stronger than your circumstances. And that is the moment when everything begins to change.